there. It's Shoshana, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I introduced myself, so let me do that right now. So I started in these spiritual streets in 2012 as a tarot reader. So actually, the first thing I wanted to do palmistry, reading the lines in your hands. And so I met with a friend at the time who was a palmistry reader. Is that how you say it? Palmistry reader, and also a tarot reader. And we talked about it, and she told me that it took her 2 years to learn how to be able to do it and be good at it. And I was like, that's way too much time. I'm not interested in that. What else you got? And she told me about tarot. And I've always been um, interested in tarot because the cards, they're pretty, the decks, I mean, who wouldn't be? So I went to Barnes and Noble right after it was a lunch date, so I had to go back to work. Right after work, I went to Barnes and Noble and I bought my first tarot deck, and I still have it. It is it Tarot or the Gilded Tarot? I don't remember the name of the deck anymore. By Cyril Marchetti, and this is my first deck. It is. I'm looking at it right now. It has been heavily used over these 10 years. Love, love, love the deck. Oh, look at that justice. Libra. Anyway. And I remember I read the book and they told me in order to bond, I had to bond with the deck. And they told me to wrap it up and sleep with it under my pillow. And that's what I did. I was like, okay, so that we could bond. And then I took what you're supposed to do, take a card, and I wrote all the definitions. I don't think I have that journal anymore. But that's how I got started. And so now I've been doing tarot for over a decade. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm able to say that. But from tarot, that led me to Reiki. I was already, so then I was open into the spirit, my first walk into the spiritual streets. And then I went to Reiki. Reiki happened because my mom went on vacation in Sedona, Arizona, which I didn't know was the metaphysical mecca. And I don't think she knew either. So she brought me some crystals as a souvenir, as one does. And so I looked at the crystals, and they had meanings for them. And I was like, oh, okay, well, what else can they do? So that I started studying that. And so then I learned about energy, and then I was like, Reiki. So I started doing Reiki. And when I was doing Reiki, I was getting messages. I was getting information about the person I was doing Reiki on. And then I relayed that information, and it resonated with them. I was like, oh, what is this? Oh my gosh, I'm psychic. And that led me to going into mediumship training, because I was looking for a psychic development class, but all I could find was mediumship. And I was like, okay, fine, same thing. So I jumped in there and I did that and practiced mediumship and got really good at that until I was like, I don't know if that's really for me. And then that led me to astrology. And then I found psychic development because one of the people who was in my mediumship class started teaching psychic development. And that's how that grew, like everything offshoot from everything. And then I studied magic and learning about the moon and the planets and everything. And it's all come together, and learning about crystals. And I love learning. I'm just going to tell you, I love it. Oh my gosh. For me, I'm just an eternal learner. And for me, when there's something that I want to learn, I want to learn everything. I'm not a passive person like, oh, just read a little bit about it. When I'm into it, I'm into it. I'm going to get certified in it. I have to know everything about it. I may not do anything with it later, but in that moment, it's like I thirst for knowledge. And so where I am right now, because everything circles right back around, where I am right now is I am doing readings. And I don't do just regular readings. And when I say that, I mean, I want to do readings where I'm actually helping you move forward, knowing that that you have the power, you are a sovereign being, and you make all the decisions. When you're going to reading with me or anyone, just know that doesn't mean that's what has to happen. You still have a choice to make. That's just what could happen if you follow a certain path. When I do readings, I can do general readings, just what the advice is, but I don't do predictions. I'm not going to tell you, well, you're going to meet your lover on the 3rd day of May at a carnival. I don't do that. But if you come and you say, oh, I want to find out what's getting in my way of being in a relationship or getting the career, how can I get the career? How can I do this? That to me is more empowering than leaving it up to this is what the cards say and making you feel like you don't have any power, you don't have any choice. Because I just don't believe that's what it is. So those are the types of readings that I do. I'm also actively in studying for astrology. I've been toying around with it, taking a class here, a class there, but now I am actually focused in a class. It's Deborah Silverman's Applied Astrology. So the first level is about learning about myself and everything about me. And hey, before you can help other people, you got to know about yourself so that you know what your best moves are. So I'm really excited about that. The level 2 is diving deeper into it and then learning how to do readings for another person, which I'm also excited about. And what I'm working toward is combining the psychic stuff and the astrology stuff to help you become a happier, better version of yourself and for you to get what you want. So it's combining actually the psychic stuff, the coaching stuff, and the astrology stuff and putting it all together. Because imagine, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Imagine knowing what the stars are, what your blueprint is, what makes you tick, how your emotions are, how you work, pairing that with what you want to get and using that as a way to help you navigate things that are coming through. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to be able to launch that. Not right now though, but I still can help you get what you want with the help of the guides and learning what's really going on for you in your life. And that's what I enjoy doing. And I also enjoy just really continuing to learn and so many things, so many things. And so I ask you, what lights you on fire? What makes you excited? How can you move towards it? Even step by step, little by little. Because you don't have to take the whole step all at the same time. It's just little things. Like for me, when getting to where I am in my psychic development and my abilities, I didn't start here. I was way back. I was like, oh my gosh, with the doubt of like, does this work? Is this not going to work? How long is it going to take me? But the time is going to pass anyway. And I'm so glad that I put in the effort and I put in the studies to get to where I am right now. So think about where it is in your life that you are looking to step out to, what you want to learn, what sets you on fire, and go for it. Because even though it's going to take time and it's taking time, I see where I want to go and it's going to take time. But that doesn't stop me from taking the steps now because I know my future self is going to be so excited and happy and proud of my now self. So what is it that you're working towards? What is it that you want? There is some of you out there who are thinking, it'll take forever. And as I said, the time is going to pass anyway. There's some of you out there who are like, it's too late. It is not too late. If you want it, go for it. It does not matter what people are going to think, or even if they say to you, oh, it's going to take a long time. Yes, it might take a long time, but oh my gosh, when I get to where I want to go, it's going to be amazing. But along this way, you get to experience the beginnings. You get to experience and see, oh, I'm not where I was last week. I know so much more. I can do this differently. Say it's even studying a language. I'm studying Spanish right now. I know I'm not the best at speaking it, but I understand. But I'm a really good read. I can really read Spanish well. I'll say that. A couple months ago, couldn't say that. I could say that, but I'd be lying. But looking at my progress of where I was a couple months ago to where I am now, I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of that Shoshana that kept studying. And I'm be real proud of this because I'm going to a trip a Spanish speaking Spanish speaking country. And I want to be much better, much more, be able to understand. I don't know if I'll be able to speak it. That's okay. But I would like to be able to understand a lot more than I do now, verbally. I can't have people like reading everything to me when they talk. When in the new language, when they speak fast, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't capture the words. But I'm not gonna let that stop. I'm not letting the fact that I don't know, that I'm not fluent now, stop me from like, well, I'm not fluent, so I might as well not do it. Just start. Start right now. Start simply. Start one thing. Start first by making the commitment. Once you make the commitment of what you want to do, and you are actually committed to that, then you'll be inspired to say, okay, what are the steps to get there? What is this first step? What is the first step that I'm thinking of that's going to take me to where I want to go? And then do that. And when that's done, do the next thing. And when that's done, do the next thing. And maybe you want to set check-ins. Set check-ins during the waning crescent moon if you follow the moon. Check in to see, okay, what's the progress that I've made? What is working towards this goal and what is not? Drop the things that are not, keep the things that are. And during the full moon, add in maybe another thing if you need to. If not, then just keep going. Setting check-ins for yourself will help keep you on point, and will remind you that you committed to this goal, because we get busy. Sometimes we forget. And that's okay. And try to commit to only maybe one or two things, not 10 things at the same time, because you only have so much energy. You only have so many resources that you can dedicate towards getting this goal. And that's just what I wanted to inspire today. I know I started out talking about, oh, it's going to be about me, but really it's about you. It's about us, about moving forward, about not allowing ourselves to be stagnant. It's about going and growing and being creative and finding ways to be happy, finding ways to show ourselves that we are worthy, we are deserving, we are safe with ourselves, we are okay, we are enough to have what it is that we want. That's all I got. And I really, 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 really would love to know, what is it that you're going to work on? What is it that you're going to commit to? What are we going to move forward on? Come on, we can do this. And if you are looking for guidance from your guides, that's going to be impactful, that's going to be healing, that's going to move you forward, I would love to do a reading for you. So go ahead in the comments below, in the information below, I have how you can work with me. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And also remember to like, comment, and subscribe.